responsibilidad, sabayang lilinian, husay at kaalaman, taglay naming mga profesional. Husay at kaalaman, taglay naming mga profesional, ipagunyi ang PRC.
Thank you, everyone. Indeed, we are delighted to welcome everyone today at this very important occasion. I know each and every one of you has worked so hard to finally arrive at this very moment. It is my pleasure to extend our warmest congratulations to the successful passers of the licensure examination for chemists and chemical technicians. Let us give each other a big round of applause.
For her opening remarks, let us all welcome Professional Regulatory Board of Chemistry member, Honorable Maria Teresa C. Caiton.
Good afternoon to our honored guests, our esteemed and excited oath takers, ICP national officials and chapter heads, PRC regional officials and staff, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the chemistry profession. It is with utmost pride and pleasure that we, the Board of Chemistry, welcomes you to this afternoon's oath-taking ceremonies for our treasured latest batch of chemists and chemical technicians. The past 2 years under the pandemic have been so challenging for this batch of new professionals. The struggles were many, the fears were so real, and these young people here with us today are those who were victorious in spite of the difficulties. Who could have foreseen that one day in a pandemic scenario, taking the licensure exams could be a fearful decision, which could mean a matter of life and death? Today, we will be witnessing the culmination of the decision these young people took, braving the risks, following the stringent health protocols, surmounting the odds, and ultimately passing the board exams. Thank you, dear oath takers, for choosing to be in the chemistry profession. As we well know, chemistry is in everything, and everything has chemistry. And chemists and chemical technicians always have solutions. Later, after you take your oath, you will be part of the roster of chemists and chemical technicians serving the nation. At this point, we especially remember and thank members of our chemistry profession who lost their lives to COVID-19, all while still actively performing their professional duties. Among them, Lynn Robles, Dr. Dimples Trinidad, Dr. Connie Ragasa, Dr. Leon Kapawan, and others. You, new chemists and chemical technicians, can now work on improving yourselves to ultimately replace chemistry professionals we have lost. Therefore, be the best wherever you are planted, and remember to be thankful to your parents, to your professors, to your mentors, to your friends, and all who helped you get to where you are right now. Do not forget to thank God, the highest source of all knowledge and all that is good in your lives. Always remember, you are living, you occupy space, you have mass, and you absolutely matter. Let us enjoy the rest of the afternoon's momentous activities. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Honorable Caiton, for that message.
Now, for her inspirational message and the introduction of our guest speaker, let us put our hands together for the chairperson of the Professional Regulatory Board of Chemistry, Honorable Adoracion P. Resurrection.
Good afternoon, PRC officials and colleagues, the international chemists of the Philippines, board and chapter presidents, our guest speaker, Dr. Jonel Saludes, successful examinees in the 2021 Chemist and Chemical Technician Licensure Examinations, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the successful examinees in the October 21 licensure examination for chemists and chemical technicians. I doubly congratulate you for managing to take and pass the exams while wearing a face mask and face shield. To the top 10 new chemists and new chemical technicians, congratulations, well done. I would like to commend UP Los Baños, UP Manila, and Ateneo de Manila University, Quezon City, for placing second and third, first, second, and third as top performing in the chemist licensure examination. Congratulations to the top performing schools in the chemical technician licensure examination with at least 30 examinees. Adamson University, UP Los Baños, and Mindanao State University, Marawi City, tied for first top performing with a passing percentage of 100%. Second is St. Louis University, which obtained a passing percentage of 99.38% with a total of 162 examinees. The oath taking marks your initiation to the professional practice of chemistry. You will take your oath of professional now. Then you will register and be issued a certificate of registration and a professional identification card, the PIC. Your PIC serves as your license and is valid for 3 years. The practice of the chemistry profession in the Philippines is governed by the Chemistry Profession Act, the chemistry law. The law's declaration of policy states the following. Chemistry is vital to public safety, the national economy, and the protection of the environment. It is therefore the policy of the states to promote, regulate, and protect the professional practice of chemistry and to ensure the continued development and high international standards of the practice of chemistry in the Philippines. Our license as chemistry practitioners comes the obligation to know the chemistry law and properly observe the code of ethics. The Code of Ethics defines and describes the rules of professional conduct of all chemistry practitioners in the Philippines. As you place yourself in the line of work or field of specialization you want to pursue, be guided always by the Code of Ethics for the chemistry practitioners so that you may serve your profession and country with the highest degree of professionalism, excellence, competence, integrity, and with humility. The PRC, through the Board of Chemistry, hopes to provide you with the needed assistance in the practice of your profession. With the support of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, the accredited professional organization for chemists and chemical technicians, our efforts are directed towards the implementation of the chemistry law and achieving the continuous improvement of the professional well-being of chemistry practitioners. My best wishes for your success as a Filipino professional. It is my pleasure at this point to present as our guest speaker, Dr. Jonel Saludes, the outstanding chemist for 2021.
The Outstanding Chemist of the Year, Mr. Jonel P. Saludes. Awardee Jonel P. Saludes is distinguished in the field of chemistry. He demonstrated exemplar service by introducing the structure of small proteins that are biomarkers of human cancers, designing small proteins that detect nanoparticles in cancer signaling, and developing small protein drug delivery agents. He is the director of the Center for Natural Drug Discovery and Development and pursues research programs in drug delivery, antibiotic, and anti-cancer drug discovery, and development of agricultural commodities like turmeric and tawa-tawa into commercial products. He established 4 world-class research centers at the University of San Agustin, including the CND3, Center for Chemical Biology and Biotechnology, Center for Informatics, and Center for Heritage and Indigenous Cultures. The research centers that Dr. Saludes established became training sites for molecular biology, enabling 5 hospitals in Western Visayas for COVID-19 testing, which shows his commitment and professionalism in his field. His competence, excellence, and commendable track record have earned him various awards and recognition, such as DOST Long-Term Balik Scientist, Top 100 Asian Scientist of 2021, and 2020 Gregorio Zara Award for Basic Research. As a member of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, his relentless dedication to the organization is a testament of his outstanding career. Once again, the Outstanding Chemist of the Year, Mr. Jonel P. Saludes.
Thank you so much, Honorable Resurrection and Dr. Saludes, for that wonderful words of wisdom you shared with us today.
For the recital of oath of professionals, first to take their oath are the passers of the licensure examination for chemists, and they will be followed by the passers of the chemical technicians licensure examination. And now, here are the successful examinees of the October 2021 licensure examination for chemists.
We will now proceed with the oath of professionals for chemists. Let me invite Honorable Adoracion P. Resurrection, Chairman, Board of Chemistry, to administer the professional's oath.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, of your address, hereby solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I further solemnly swear that at all times and places, I will adhere closely to the ethical and professional rules generally accepted by the chemistry profession in the Philippines, and that I will accordingly and faithfully discharge, to the best of my ability, the duties and obligations incumbent upon a legally authorized chemist. So help me God. Congratulations, chemists.
Congratulations to this batch of chemist licensure examination passers, and thank you, Honorable Resurrection. Now, may we present to you the top 10 placers of the October 2021 chemist licensure examination. Tenth place, with an average score of 82.95, Janica J. Te Tan from University of the Philippines, Manila.
Ninth placer with an average of 83.15%, Victoria Agata Balderan Bermudez and Adrian Josiah Tan Cheng from University of the Philippines, Manila.
Eighth placer with a rating of 84.25, Jerwin Collado Quirante, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Seventh placer with an average of 84.80%, Jasper Jory Marcos Eugenio from University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Sixth placer with a rating of 84.95, Javen Lloyd Algodon Oira from Mindanao University of Science and Technology, CDO.
For the fifth place, with an average of 85.05%, Clint Allen Margalio Reyes of Notre Dame of Marble University.
Fourth placer with a rating of 85.15, Levent Bless Bonifacio Aquino, Mapua University for MIT, Manila.
Third placer, Cherilyn Manalo Bulante with an average of 85.85% from University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Second placer with an 86.75 rating, Rafael Kyle Basuel Bitancor from Adamson University.
And for the top one, with an average of 87.50%, Mac Ivan Dominic Katipan Fang from Ateneo de Manila University, Quezon City. At this point, let us hear the message of gratitude from the October 2021 Chemist Licensure Examination top placer, Mr. Mac Ivan Dominic C. Fang. Round of applause, please.
Chairperson of the Professional Regulatory Board of Chemistry, Honorable Adoracion Resurrection, President of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, Dr. Fabian Dairit, our distinguished guest speaker and the 2021 Outstanding Professional of the Year in Chemistry, Dr. Janelle Saludes, members of the Professional Regulatory Board of Chemistry, Honorable Maria Teresa Caiton, and Honorable Soledad Castañeda, fellow inductees, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasant afternoon to all of you. I'd like to begin by saying that I'm beyond honored and grateful to deliver this speech to all of you. Truth be told, I only used to imagine a scenario somewhat similar to this as a joke, me giving a speech for having achieved something great in life. But it never occurred to me that I'd be giving that speech as a 2021 chemist licensure exam top-notcher. But it wasn't just delivering this speech that's similar to this that I used to imagine before. I've always imagined myself working in a laboratory in my white lab gown while I'm performing experiments in the hopes of contributing something great to our society. My desire to pursue chemistry began with me being inspired by the cartoon character Dexter. Not that I was a big fan of the cartoon Dexter's Laboratory, but every time I watched an episode or two of it, I'd feel this great wanting to have my own laboratory where I could perform my own experiments just like him. Come high school, I met three of the best teachers or coaches that I'd had there and furthered my love for chemistry. With them, I joined a lot of competitions in high school where I was able to further my chemistry skills and even met the brightest high school students in the Philippines. But of course, I didn't want to be a chemist just because I loved and enjoyed the subject. My chemistry teachers also made sure that my classmates and I saw how important the role of chemistry is in our society. And that's what finally made me decide to take chemistry in college. As cliche as it may sound, my journey was met with a lot of challenges. I was surrounded by stellar students, which got me thinking that I was no match to them. I also felt like I'd overestimated my capabilities, especially after I made terrible mistakes in college. Another challenge was I knew chemistry was undervalued by a lot of people in the Philippines, which is why a lot of Filipino scientists opt to study and work abroad instead. Questions like, am I in the right course? And what if I'd taken something else? Bug me frequently. But despite all the challenges I was faced with, despite the many questions that made me question my life decisions, I kept going. With the help of my family and my friends, I was constantly reminded that it was all right to make mistakes as long as I learned from them. These people also reminded me to never underestimate my capabilities. As for the other challenge I've mentioned, I still believe that one day, chemistry will be appreciated more in our country. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us the importance of science in our society. But despite this, and despite our scientists working hard to help prevent and control the spread of the virus, they still face slander online by non-scientists. A lot still don't see the value of scientific research, and they would listen to the Mariteses and the Marisols of Facebook instead. To help combat these, we can start by educating the people around us about the virus, about how it's transmitted, and vaccines, which a lot are still hesitant to take up to now. I hope we do this in terms that they understand, and I hope we all take part in this, because I believe that bridging the gap between the public and the scientists is one way out of this misery. When I graduated, I thought life wasn't going to be difficult anymore, or not as difficult as college had been at the very least, because I thought I had all the time I needed. I needed to do whatever I wanted. However, I encountered a lot of challenges just the same. After my first and last online semester in Ateneo, I enrolled in Season Review Center in preparation for my board exam, which was unfortunately canceled later on. I felt frustrated because I'd spent so much time and effort preparing for it, which I know most, if not all of us here, can relate to. Moreover, I couldn't help feeling left behind by my high school friends who'd already been working for quite some time. I therefore decided to look for a job despite knowing how difficult it would be because of my lack of experience and license. Thank God my current employer opened its doors to me despite of what I lacked back then. In June 2021, I resumed studying for my board exam. At first, I didn't know when to start reviewing again or if I still should, given that the chances of the exam pushing through this year was slim. Fortunately, I believed it would because it did. Reviewing, however, was made much more challenging because I was already working then. Imagine studying instead of resting after a very tiring day at work. Thank God my boss, my workmates, and the review center I'd attended a year ago made it more manageable. I know a lot of you, if not all, can relate to what I went through before taking the exam, preparing for it, only for it to be canceled mid-review, feeling bad for still being unemployed post-graduation, and therefore feeling the need to look for a job, not knowing whether to leave our jobs to study for the test, and not having the motivation to study because we didn't know if it would push through this year. On that note, I'd like to express my warmest congratulations to each and every one of us for having made it this far. I hope that you're all still enthusiastic about our oath taking despite it's being held online because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It took us so much time and effort to get here, and no one, nothing, not even this pandemic, should take that excitement away from us. Having gone through so much in the past 2 years, we have a lot of people to give thanks to for their support. First, I'd like to give thanks to our Almighty Father for the gift of wisdom and for always answering my prayers, especially this one. To Mr. Antonio Moraza, my benefactor, thank you so much for the opportunity to study in Ateneo. Thank you for being the first few that saw potential in me. To Ateneo, my home away from home, especially to my home department, my professors, my thesis mentors, one of them is actually here, hi Doc David. Thank you not only for teaching me what I had to know, but also for inspiring me to always strive for excellence and to be a man for and with others. I wouldn't be half the person I am now if not for you. The Season Review Center, especially to my teachers, thank you for helping me relearn a lot of the concepts I'd already forgotten about, and even helping me learn new ones. Thank you for making sure we got the most of our review classes. And thank you for helping me achieve something I never thought was possible. To San Pablo City Water District, especially to my home department, thank you for the continuous support since day one. And thank you for welcoming me to your family. I'd also like to give thanks to my parents, my siblings, my titos and titas, my grandparents for the unconditional love and support, for believing in me ever since, come what may. I don't know how else I could have made it this far without your help. And for that, I'm forever grateful. I'd like to end my speech with a quote from Will Smith, a firm law of attraction or assumption believer, the law I always tell my friends about. Our thoughts, our feelings, our dreams, our ideas are physical in the universe. That if we dream something, if we picture something, it adds a physical thrust towards realization that we can put into the universe. Everything I've achieved in my life used to be a dream, a line on my bucket list, a picture on my vision board. I've always wanted to be listed as one of the chemistry licensure exam top-notchers, but I hadn't thought about wanting to actually top it until I learned about the law of attraction or assumption, which is basically about loving yourself more than you probably do. So, to everyone who listened to me today, I hope you will all start believing in yourselves more and start speaking kind words to yourselves because we speak things into existence. That would be all. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fang, for that wonderful message. Truly, your sleepless nights and restless days are all worth it. Now, for the October 2021 Chemical Technicians Licensure Examination, here are the successful passers.
At this juncture, may I invite Honorable Soledad S. Castañeda, member of the PRV of Chemistry, to administer the oath of professionals for the chemical technicians.
Good afternoon to everyone. May I request all chemical technician passers to rise and raise their right hand and repeat after me. I state your name and address. Hereby solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I further solemnly swear that at all times and places, I will adhere closely to the ethical and professional rules generally accepted by the chemistry profession in the Philippines, and that I will accordingly and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties and obligations incumbent upon a legally authorized chemical technician. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations to this batch of chemical technicians, and thank you, Honorable Castañeda.
And now, here are the top 10 successful examinees of the October 2021 Chemical Technicians Licensure Examination. 10th placers with a rating of 87%, Najib Sajari Abdullah II, Western Mindanao State University, Zamboanga City.
Anne-Marie Gacotano Antalan, St. Louis University.
Ramil Dator Fernandez, St. Louis University.
John Redel Domingo Lastimosa, St. Louis University.
Nicole Rances Leal, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Efraim Abuel Legecrem, St. Louis University.
Ira Rose Patmugot Panadero, Central Philippine University.
Geoffrey Uy Patungan, Central Luzon State University.
9th placers with an average rating of 87.15, Reynali Inigo Bado, St. Louis University.
Harold Duber Bigay, Bicol University, Legazpi.
Vergel Badeo Cabidog, Eastern Visayas State University, Tacloban.
Lisette Tabarangao Katangi, Bicol University, Legazpi.
RVJ Uranza Dimaculangan, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Rocky Ramento Estoque, Mariano Marcos State University, Batak.
Joshua Ryan Canceran Guadines, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Jo Flor Joseph Pangay, St. Louis University.
Abigail Gutierrez Perez, St. Louis University.
Patrice Alix Omamalin Pinati, Cebu Institute of Technology, University.
Patrick Carta Suarez, University of Southern Mindanao, Cabacan.
Kathleen Lu Acoba Tapang, University of the Philippines, Los Baños. 8 placers with an average rating of 88%. Christian Jude Ibanez Bores of Mapua University for MIT Manila.
Mark Julius Maglunog Casal, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Angela May Lucas Concepcion, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Keith Daniel Fragile de la Cruz, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Roel Serac Lamason, Central Philippine University.
Kimberly Matideos, Bicol University, Legazpi.
Sheena May Castillo Mendoza, Mindanao University of Science and Technology, CDO.
Miguel Louis Marquez Nuez, Cebu Institute of Technology, University.
Nicolen Natindim Olami, Mindanao University of Science and Technology, CDO.
Ija Parilla Padiranga, Xavier University.
Paquito and Clenar Relox Jr., University of the Philippines, Mindanao.
Ernest Troy Bascugin Sakibal, Central Philippine University.
Charmaine Lizette Salamat Tarsena, Mapua University for MIT Manila.
And Jaren Uriquia Tulipan, University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Seventh placers with an average rating of 88.50, Danica Mara Despabeladeras Gayares, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Winston Jose Tingal Nietes, University of San Carlos.
Delmar Catequista Santibanez from Colegio San Agustin, Bacolod City.
For our top 6 with an average of 89%, Patrick Aaron Rebucas Gonzaga, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
Hermine Caña Hurtado, Cebu Institute of Technology, University.
Annabel Obrero Lainesa, Bicol University, Legazpi.
Christine May Agustin Suarez, Central Luzon State University.
Chester Romero Yadaw, University of the Philippines, Los Baños.
And for our top 5th placers with an average rating of 89.15, Romeo Arazo Bulilis, Eastern Visayas State University, Tacloban.
Amis Pepito Saniza, Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology.
Giancarlo Valdeviso Cuniendo, University of St. LaSalle.
Javen Lloyd Algodon Oira, Mindanao University of Science and Technology, CDO.
Dwayne Giovanni Morris Bayagna Ombiga, Xavier University.
April Joy Almario Zulieta, Bicol University, Legazpi. For the 4th placers, with an average rating of 90%, Marina Ajero Loveranes from Bicol University, Legazpi. 3rd placer, with an average of 90.50%, Renan Panes Bilan, Central Philippine University.
Ray Jus Cadao del Mundo, Adventist University of the Philippines.
Arvin John Carbonell Villanueva, St. Louis University. Our top 2 with a 91% rating, Ivan Jan Pamplona Romero, Central Philippine University. And Mr. Ed Ryan Magaipo Ruales from Cebu Institute of Technology University.
And for our top placer, with an average rating of 92%, Mary Dorothy Dumancas Dinampo from Cebu Institute of Technology University.
Congratulations to this batch of chemical technicians. And thank you, Honorable Castañeda.
To also deliver her message of gratitude, let us all welcome the top placer of the October 2021 Chemical Technicians Licensure Examination, Mary Dorothy Dumancas Dinampo.
To the administration of the Professional Regulation Commission, to the personnels of the Board of Chemistry, and to the participants of this oath ceremony, good day. Firstly, I would like to congratulate everyone for passing their respective board exams, the Chemistry Board Examination and the Chemical Technician Board Examination. Secondly, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to our Almighty God for all the blessings. Without His guidance and wisdom, I wouldn't be able to place first in the examination. I would also like to thank my parents, Mary Jane Dinampo and Yveto Dinampo, my grandparents, siblings, friends, colleagues at work, and loved ones for their unending support. You are the reason why I'm here right now. I would also like to thank CIT University, especially the CHE department, for molding me for what I am today. I would also like to thank Quantum Review Center for the amazing review experience. So for the support it had given me, for the knowledge it had imparted to me. You are a contributing factor to this success, my being a top-notcher. Lastly, I would like to share a statement that had helped me keep going in life and had also helped me during my review. So here it goes. Never let a single failure define you. If you fail now, always say bangon. This is what my mom and dad would always say. Rise up. Maybe things are not working out right now, but I know that they will later. Or maybe God has other plans for you, bigger plans for you. So once again, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It is really an honor. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Ms. Dinampo, and congratulations to everyone. You all deserve a big round of applause. At this point, let us all welcome President of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, Dr. Fabian M. Dairit, to give his message to our inductees. Thank you so much, Dr. Dairit, for inspiring our inductees today.
We have now come to the end of this momentous activity. To officially close this virtual oath-taking ceremony, please welcome member of the PRB of Chemistry, Honorable Soledad S. Castañeda, for today's closing remarks. Excuse me, ma'am, you are muted po.
The man on mute.
Proceed, ma'am.
Okay. Colleagues in the chemistry profession, colleagues in the Professional Regulation Commission, our new chemists and chemical technicians, their guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, a huge congratulations to our new chemists and registered chemical technicians. May I request the host to unmute everyone just to give them a real applause. Can we do that? Let's do that. Okay, so now we can mute them, no? Okay. So to our new chemists and chemical technicians, you are now full-fledged professionals in chemistry. So we wish you a productive and fruitful career ahead of you. And we hope that you will practice your profession with integrity and a sense of responsibility to contribute to national progress. Listening to the response of our top-notchers earlier, the chemists in chemistry and in chemical technician, I believe that with the inspiration that they have given you, I believe that you will be able to attain this, contributing to national progress. So at this point, I would like to take the opportunity on behalf of the Board of Chemistry to thank everyone who were responsible in making this virtual oath-taking possible. Foremost, of course, to Region 5, PRC Region 5 Director Cheryl Law for supporting us, listening to all our wishes and granting all of this, and of course to his support staff, and the ICP for welcoming our new professionals and apprising them about what to expect in terms of supporting them, and to the PRB Secretariat, of course, our Secretary for the Board of Chemistry. Thank you for your help, your assistance. And indeed, I believe this is a successful event, no? So in closing, I would like to end my remarks. I would like to repeat the closing message given in the agenda this morning by Cito Beltran. And it goes, God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. So you are blessed so that you can also be a blessing to others. So God bless us all, and thank you to everyone. Be safe and have a good day and week ahead of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Castañeda, and thank you to the Board of Chemistry for gracing our activity today. Also, thank you to our guests of honor, Dr. Saludes and Dr. Dairi.
We would like to request everyone to turn their cameras on for our photo ops. You may also save an individual screenshot or snap a photo to serve as proof of having attended the oath-taking today. After this, you may proceed with your initial registration or claiming of your initial professional identification card at your chosen place of registration. Okay, so everyone, 1, 2, 3, smile. Another, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, let's have another one. 1, 2, 3, smile. Last one. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Thank you, everyone. This only marks the end of our oath-taking ceremony, but the real challenge starts as we step out of this virtual venue and venture out on our own, armed with the conviction that as we go on practicing our chosen profession, we are serving our purpose and goal of making everyone proud of us, just like today. Once again, this is Mr. Christian Briones.
And this is Mariconi Toledo, together with the PRC Legazpi technical staff, Mr. Eugenier Ivan Regaspi and Ms. Jenaline Sarsale, and our partner PRC regional offices. We would like to thank everyone who is with us in this platform this afternoon. Again, thank you and keep safe, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay.
So you can now stop recording.
Recording stopped.
So how did you find it, Honorable